Reese's pie and not his own. What the hell is it? Imagine. New chicken parm was Greek, had no idea what she bought. Imagine. Non-cultural exploit stops with Alexander's growth past Macedonia. What is this? Why is there olives everywhere? See, now you're counting down the days to your life.
Technically, I am drinking.
That's true. That is true. And technical is the best kind of correct.
Just can't go sit straight for 2 hours and come back.
Well, I was going to say, that's what tomorrow is kind of scary, right?
Because we both know.
Well, I know you. And I know I'm poor. So,
Hey. Yeah. Mystery loves company.
Please rise for the national anthem. Attention pour le national anthem. Merci.
Game 2 on day 1 is here. You're watching the Atlantic leg of the QMJHL Cup here in Dieppe on AO Live at the Uniplex. Mike Sanderson here with the call. Very happy to be with you for this one. We saw New Brunswick defeat Newfoundland 8-1 in game number 1. What does game number 2 have in store? We have Team Nova Scotia and Team Prince Edward Island for you here in the nightcap of day 1. Starting goaltender for Team Nova Scotia in the net to our right. Nova Scotia in navy going right to left this period. Jack Bell gets the start. And for Team PEI in green, going from left to right this period, Jace McPherson gets the start. For PEI, we are underway. Starting is Lucas Fan and Max McKenzie on the back end for PEI. Murphy Salvaggio Morrison up front. And for Nova Scotia on the back end, the shot from Duncan Anderson is missed just wide on a quick change just off the face-off. PEI tries to clear. Nova Scotia will keep it in. That's Nick McKenzie. battling with Sinclair, and now McLeod and Hayden. The forward line for Nova Scotia, and Kyle McLennan, who's back for another tour of duty here with Team Nova Scotia here at the Atlantic portion of the QMJHL Cup, as we have a quick whistle. Jack Bell of the Cape Breton West Islanders will cover that. Faceoff will be to his blocker side. 14 of 20 players return for Team Nova Scotia from the U15 squad in the AAC last season. They won the U15 division of the Atlantic Challenge Cup. It's also going on here. It is the 27th year of that tournament, and the 4th of this QMJHL Cup, as that's sent just past Guinish. Guinish and Hocko on the back end for Nova Scotia here. Hocko dodged by Doyle, jumping in to make a move as Alex Trivers. McKenzie following up, and Doyle too will tap it along, grabbed instead by Hocko. Over for Guinish, following up instead is Caleb Adams, jumping in from the blue line. That one steered away from the front of the goal, and Trevors will pick it up. That's off McLean, and Carver let it play to Guinish. Guinish with Bullpit in hot pursuit. Trevors will pick it up for PEI with Hutt and Mills, played off for Bullpit, but offside at the line. Notice a lot of these green pants for PEI to go along with the green jerseys. PEI's, contrary to the other three teams, a lot of their U16 players remained in the U16 league. And the older players jumping up to the U18 split between Kensington and Charlottetown. But the U16, they've got 7 representatives of the Western Rebels. It's Corbett one of those and plays that along, and 5 representatives of the Eastern Dukes, and much of their coaching staff comes from there as well. Brett Gallant and Trevor Peters, both from those squads, and joined once again by Rebecca Babiak from Mount Academy. That kicked in by Solomon. Playing across was Hoyt. McEachern, who crunched along with the PEI forward Hutt. Both players went down. Sullivan cut off by Mills. Mills left circle, off the post. So he let that fire early. New Brunswick scored early in game 1. PEI looking to do the same. It's Joe Arsenault in on the forecheck. Shrugged off by Griffin McEachern. PEI playing it down Max McKenzie. One of 2 representatives from the Charlottetown Knights. Knights had 9 last year. They have 2 this year. Kensington Wild have a pair, and they had 6 last season. Again, a shift and a change in Hockey PEI in the way that they're distributing their players. The emphasis on the U16 level. That play up, and a big hit on Sam Ryan will prompt a penalty from Caleb Adams, and that will be our first penalty of the contest. Adams will draw a charge, and he'll sit for 2 or less. Caleb Adams from the New Hampshire Mountain Kings will sit for a big hit on Sam Ryan. So 3 minutes into this one, we've got a power play. The faceoff will be blocker side to PEI goaltender Jace McPherson. Johnson with Ryan and White. Anderson and McKenzie for Nova Scotia. So wires crossed there as Anderson can't keep it in. Murphy up front with Morrison. On the back end is Corbett and Trivers. Tapped right out for Anderson, and a pair of Nova Scotia players looking to tap on that, but instead it flew up and out of play into the back netting. 16 seconds into the Nova Scotia power play. It was Adams for charging. The call, face-off once again to the blocker side of Jace McPherson, the Kensington Wild goaltender. Pitched a 21-save shutout in his U18 debut, and he's got a pair of wins in his pair of appearances. Here's Nova Scotia, who's going to take the draw. It will be Sam Ryan, as Johnson got the boot from the face-off. Nova Scotia again with it. Anderson on his offhand left point. Works it up top now, Johnson. Johnson cross ice. It was behind McKenzie. had to curl to grab it. That hit the official, and it's sent down by PEI. Jack Bell will come to play it. Drew Murphy in on the attack on Anderson, tripped up. Murphy will pick it up on the penalty kill. He's bumped up. Grabbed now by Ryan. Up skates Sam Ryan, leading the rush for Nova Scotia, with Hayden awaiting at the blue line, but that one cleared to the line, kept in. Johnson with it, left side, looking to play it across. It's stopped by Max McKenzie and cleared off the top of the dasher and rolling its way down the ice. Duncan Anderson from Antigonish will pick up the puck for Nova Scotia into the second minute of the Adams Charging Minor. Jax Ginnish. Toss it off now for Anderson. Sinclair, Hayden, McLeod. That's along the boards. Hayden will go to gather it on the near side. Sinclair taps it back for Ginnish. Ginnish tried to work it back for Sinclair. Blocked by McPhee. Grabbed instead by Hayden. Sinclair back for Ginnish. Sinclair walking left side. Cross ice. Looking there for Hocko, jumping in at the bottom lip of the right circle. Ginnish up top. Lets the wrist shot go. Blocked by McPhee in a tender spot. And he's slow to get to the bench. But a big block. PEI attacking. Curl and fire on a quick shot from Ryan Doyle. But that was stopped. Tail end of this power play for Nova Scotia. This will pretty much tick it down as Adams will make his way out of the penalty box. Ginnish will draw and skate his way down right side. Skate past Salvaggio. Trivers blocked him to the boards. Played out front. Ginnish tapped right into the stick of the PEI blue liner. Back checker in Murphy. Looking for Hayden. He's got the puck now. Hayden, saucer feeds. Sullivan just missed. Sinclair wanted to get a stick on that. Hocko down low. McLeod with it. Played right out in front to the slot. Sinclair on the backhand. Couldn't quite reach it. And that's tapped up. And now a foot race for Salvaggio, but that played along by Jack Bell. Tapped back along by London Corbett. Murphy is peeled off but made the hit to make the play. Salvaggio punched away by Bell. Had Jake Kelly in on the way. Got the puck now played out. That's off a defenseman. A shot there from Carson Pierce is stopped by Bell. We'll hang on for the whistle. Nova Scotia drew the short straw. They're up early tomorrow morning for their next game. Then they take on Newfoundland at 5:45. They play New Brunswick at 9:15 tomorrow. PEI will get a little bit more of a sleep in. They'll play Newfoundland at 11:45 and then play the nightcap against New Brunswick at 8:15. That shot from the shotgun by Hutt was blocked. And back to get it to McEachern. McEachern pass for Sullivan, but London Corbett will corral it and fire it back down to the corner. McEachern, loose out in front, Mills a shot that's stopped by Bell. Corbett couldn't keep it in. We'll have it spin it back down low just past Carver, picked up now by Sullivan. Mills on the forecheck. Bulpett picks it up. Bulpett looked to center, that blocked by McLean. And it's held up by River Welsh. McEachern on the forecheck is Bulpett, but that'll come right to Bell. And the Nova Scotia goaltender will opt to cover up in this first period. Much like game one, not a lot of pace to the opening frame. New Brunswick had the same thing, teams just kind of settling in and finding their sea legs. Second and third really opened up in game one. Especially the second period. The most even of the three periods. New Brunswick coming away with the 8-1 victory. Tapped back in by Ben McGregor. Nova Scotia will play it back up. Brendan Smith along the boards. Played back in by PEI, but having to tag up was Arsenault. Arsenault give chase with McGregor, forcing out Anderson. Smith looking for Liver. Poked off a stick by Adams. Battling at the red line. Near side boards, Adams wants to go north with it. Has Moore with him. Looks over for Moore. Played out in front, that's off his stick. And corralled and picked up by Nick McKenzie. McKenzie will fire it down. Just crossing the red line. No, it will not. That will be an icing call. As he did not cross the red stripe yet. So icing will be whistled down. We played 7.5. in this first period, maybe determining exactly what they're going to do. No, faceoff will come to center. So we'll drop it at the center circle. Johnson, Ryan, and on the far side, lining up there was Ewan White. That one flipped back down low by PEI. McKenzie with the puck. McKenzie over for Anderson. A nifty move to dodge a forechecker, and had to as he was pressed by Drew Murphy. PEI continues to battle on the forecheck. Lucas Fan trying to tap it back down low. It's grabbed instead by Anderson, who got a piece store off at him by Morrison, but was able to play it still further ahead. Sam Ryan with the puck. Ryan's pass, toss across, back to the point, ends up to McKenzie's stick. McKenzie for Anderson. Fakes the shot. Will move to try to get a lane. Now in sharp angle, looking for Ryan, but that was stopped by McPherson too. Johnson picks up the puck. He had that first opportunity. Saucer feed back for Anderson to the line. Anderson, a shimmy shake to try to cut around Morrison. Looking backhand to the slot. That was blocked, and Morrison tries to clear, following up Murphy, and now grabbed by McKenzie. Instead picked up by Silvaggio, still turned over. Nova Scotia pressure. Sam Ryan out front. Johnson, a quick shot that was blocked by Fan before it got there. Ryan's pass out was blocked by Nate Silvaggio. Guinish right to the tape of Murphy, and in comes Drew Murphy. Scores! Drew Murphy from the Kensington Wild. 3 goals in 5 games there at 42. Leading PEI U15 in scoring last season, and he's got the game's first marker. It's 1-0 Prince Edward Island. They counter back with Doyle, centered by Kelly and McPhee. Nova Scotia Sinclair between Hayden and McLeod. Hocko can't make the play cross ice. Instead, we'll send it along to Jax Guinish. McLeod back for Hocko. Hocko sheds one check from Jake Kelly. And Guinish looking to play for Sinclair. Hayden will pick it up. Hayden quickly along the boards. Sinclair looks to make moves with it as McLeod to the net. Sinclair, now the trailer. Hocko drops it back. A quick shot that's loose in the slot, but picked up by PEI. McPhee was looking for Pierce jumping in from the blue line. Pierce tried to center out front. Nobody home but blue jerseys. Hocko down the right wing side, dodges a check. Nova Scotia really engaging the blue line to join the rush. And they're doing it here. Sullivan will toss it along, hits McLeod. Mills tried to clear, picked up instead by Caleb Adams. That pass up was blocked just outside the line. Griffin McEachern will send it down. PEI battles back out. Bullpit. Adams leading the rush. Met there by Sullivan. Bullpit. Sullivan meeting him too. Adams comes back along to the near side. Carver. Along the boards, Mills battling for it, along with Bullpit. 5-car pileup. 3 Nova Scotia players trying to make the move and get the puck free. Hutt battling too. Mills is pinned up, but it's grabbed instead by McLean. McLean's pass looking for Welsh, broken up and steered away by Bell off the point shot. Back to Adams at the point. That hit Carver's stick. Back again to Adams at the right point. DeCurl wanted to fire was Jet Mills, but that's broken up. And McEachern over for Carver. Carver a shot from distance, paddled away by McPherson as River Welsh ends up in the PEI cage. Appears the net might be off. Referee's just going to adjust that and let it play on. Cleared out by Hutt. Out to the Nova Scotia line. Picked up there by McKenzie. Anderson will grab it on the left side. Anderson's peeled off the puck by Joe Arsenault. In there is Caleb Adams. 1-0 PEI. Goal to Drew Murphy. Off a turnover. Jumped in and let it rip past Jack Bell. Trivers wanted to jump in on it. Instead it was Hoyt and a stretch feed for Liver. In comes Liver, broken up. And a great defensive effort. Following up Hoyt. That one blocked before it got to the goal. McPherson was ready, but it was blocked by a PEI defender. McKenzie knifes it ahead. That's off Moore and into the Nova Scotia bench. So we're seeing it open up a little bit here in this opening period. A couple of chances. Latest one there from Evan Liver. The Halifax Max, one of 3 Max on the team this year. Last year they had 9. 17 players from Nova Scotia's team last year were drafted into major junior leagues. Aiden O'Donnell in the OHL and the rest in the Q. Fan is bumped and hard to the boards by Brendan Smith. Back to the point is Guinness. Guinness wants a shot. That's kicked away by Lucas Fan on the way there. Hocko jumps in down low. Hoyt flags it down behind the PEI cage. Hoyt kicks it along. Has a look. Had an outlet. Instead sent it down low. Tapped along by Liver. In the corner. But back to Liver. Quick shot and a glove save by Jace McPherson. Will hang on. Last season, 17-4 for Jace McPherson with the Eastern Express. Best goals against average, best save percentage, .237, and a .921. It's with Team Atlantic in the National Aboriginal Hockey Championships last season for Jace McPherson. Faceoff will be to his blocker side. It will not be Drew Murphy to take it. Johnson flanked by Ryan and White. Murphy between Morrison and Salvaggio, but Morrison will take the draw. Sam Ryan with the puck. Sullivan at the line. Takes a shot that's off Murphy, and it goes wide. Comes out from behind the net. Picked up by Salvaggio. Nate Salvaggio has Murphy drawn high. Will stay on side, and a quick shot is punched away by Bell from distance. Murphy in the far corner. Johnson is tripped up, and it comes to Sullivan. Sullivan with a feed to Ryan. Ryan one-on-one with Corbett. Ryan Corbett swipes that away. Murphy on the back check. Back to the line. McEachern. That hit Kelly. And ultimately, gloved down by Jace McPherson from Montague PEI. 7:09 to go here in the first period. Brett Gallant for the Western Rebels. Trevor Peters, the Eastern Dukes, and Rebecca Babiak from Mount Academy. Trevor Peters, Rebecca Babiak are back. Trevor Peters this time, though, with the Eastern Dukes. U16. Back to the line, McKenzie. Teeing up as Anderson fanned on it off the heel. And it ends up working down low. Skate to stick. A chance there for Sinclair. It's up in the air. It's played along by PEI. But Nova Scotia picks it up. Anderson will get a shot off. That's off of McPhee, who's already taken one shot off a tender spot so far in this period. Looks no worse for Ware, working his way out of the zone, as it's picked up now by Anderson. Anderson with McPhee sending him to the boards. He's looking for it again. Instead, Duncan Anderson will backhand it down into the PEI zone. Caleb Adams. Alex Trivers. Played up now, McKenzie. Adams. Really to dodge a choo-choo train with McLeod on the back. Has Hayden coming to the net. And a chance with an open look, but couldn't get the shot off. Hayden. Now back behind the net is McLeod. He's knocked down to the ice. Takes a little swipe on the way by of Ryan Doyle as that pass comes up for Kelly, but McKenzie seals that away. McKenzie for Anderson. Anderson off the boards. Tapped along by McLeod and played down to the PEI zone. McPherson thought nobody touched it, but Nova Scotia did, so the icing waved off. Played ahead by Max McKenzie, but dropped at the line. Bulpit taps it in, delayed offside. Guinness will play it instead. Over for Welsh, has McLean to the net. Welsh looking to feed it there. That one cut off and blocked. Back comes PEI. Jet Mills with it. Crossing the red and sends it down. In is Carver. But that's broken up. Played back to the line. PEI's Fan will take a shot. That hit the body in front and cleared by Nova Scotia back to the line. Fan another try. That one off McLean and wide. McKenzie with a shot. That's tipped in front. That one got through. They score! Off the tip, it's Harrison Hutt. That squeaked through Jack Bell, and it's 2-0 Prince Edward Island. Harrison Hutt of the Western Rebels. And PEI doubles up the lead here on Nova Scotia. It's been a couple of years since Nova Scotia has fallen in the round robin in this tournament. PEI's got a lead now. McKecker. That one off of the photographer over there. And prompts a whistle, and he'll tough it out. 5:07 to go in the opening frame. Faceoff will be just outside the Nova Scotia blue line. Hoyt, Liver, Smith. Arsenault, McGregor, and Moore. Liver looking cross ice for Smith. He'll steer it down. McPherson will come out to play it. Played up now, McGregor. McGregor was looking for Liam Moore. Hoyt takes it away, and Liver from the red line will steer it to the PEI zone. Corbett off the stick of Liam Moore will get on his horse to try to catch up, but it will be icing. As Sullivan, the first to get there. So the faceoff will be in the PEI zone. They're leading it 2-0. The Eastern Dukes, U16, the New Brunswick PEI division, because there's two divisions of U16 throughout the Maritimes. Eastern Dukes are 5-0-1, Western Rebels 4-1-1. They share a division with Moncton and St. John. Ryan a quick shot, shoulder saved by McPherson. Johnson follows up with a shot from a sharp angle. That's kicked out by McPherson too, and it's grabbed by Carson Pierce. Pierce tried to play it out. That was flagged down by Ewan White. And a chance for Ryan. That's off a shin pad. McGregor trying to play it out. Instead, Nova Scotia plays it back in. Sullivan from the point can't keep it in. It's tapped out now. Moore tries to send it past Sam Ryan. He's covering back on the blue line. Picked up there by Griffin McKecker. McKeckern is wrapped up along the boards. The forecheck trying to grab a Liam Moore. Instead, Ewan White is pocket picked by Connor Morrison. Sent down by PEI, but it will be an icing call. Just barely. That race was pretty close. But it will come all the way back to the PEI zone. Under 4 to go here in the first period. Sinclair between McLeod and Hayden. Anderson and McKenzie. Blocker side to McPherson. But it won't be Sinclair to take the draw against Liam Moore. Moore with Morrison and Salvaggio. PEI caught in the middle of a change. On the back end is Corbett and Adams. Sinclair will tap it back, but that got past Anderson. And Morrison looking to pounce, but instead grabbed by Hayden. Salvaggio in tenacious on the forecheck. He'll give chase back behind the Nova Scotia net. Hayden dodges another forecheck, this time to Drew Murphy. Pass up now for McLeod. McLeod trying to cut around Adams. So it's taken down to the ice, back behind the cage. Hayden back to the point. Anderson's wrist shot right into the breadbasket of Adams. Drops right for Hayden. That's stopped by McPherson. From the left circle. Played right out in front. Hayden tried to bat that one out of the air. Comes back to the point. McKenzie now for Anderson, but the whistle blows as the net is off its moorings. So we're late in this first period. PEI nursing a 2-0 lead. Murphy and Hutt with the goals. Trevors and Adams on the back with Murphy, Salvaggio, and Morrison as that shot blocked by Murphy on a big tee up from McKenzie. Salvaggio with it. Now Adams around another forechecker, that being Calvin Carver. McKenzie drops it back, Welsh. River Welsh down low. Trevors. McLean. Back to the point, Anderson. That one blocked in front. Adams tried to clear it twice. Now grab McLean. Lost in his skates. Was looking to play it ahead. Now a chance at a sharp angle. It's loose in front, but grabbed by Trevors. As this picked up by Morrison. Morrison now to Adams. Adams on the right wing side. Will softly send it down. Will peel off for a change as Morrison goes in to give chase on Duncan Anderson. Anderson with speed. Looking to go coast to coast. To cut to the net to the backhand. Stopped by McPherson. A toe save. Guinness will keep it in at the point. It's a close chance for Duncan Anderson, who was third in defenseman scoring last season, now playing with South Kent School. One of two Nova Scotia teammates were playing there. River Welsh comes out with it. Centered out in front. Nobody home but green jerseys, and that's flipped up to center. Under 2 to go here in the first period. Jax Guinish will go back to get it, but it will be an icing call. We'll do it all again in the PEI zone. 4 games tomorrow, as we said. New Brunswick will play Nova Scotia at 9:15. 11:45, Newfoundland will play PEI. 5:45, Nova Scotia, Newfoundland. And then PEI and New Brunswick at 8:15 in the nightcap. 4 games tomorrow. All the action in this QMJHL Cup. The Atlantic portion is available on AO Live. Thank you for joining us here tonight and throughout the weekend. Liver off the draw, quickly in, he scores! That got through! Evan Liver snuck that through somewhere past Jace McPherson. And the deficit is cut in half, it's 2-1. Evan Liver, 37 goals last season with Halifax Gulls, captain of that squad. 3rd in goals and 4th in league scoring for Evan Liver, the Halifax Max. That one appeared to go between the arm and the body on the blocker side of Jace McPherson. Nova Scotia attacking again, Liver, but about 10 feet offside. As Brendan Smith was caught in the zone. So we'll do it again. A lot of Weeks majors on this Nova Scotia squad. 6 of them in all for Dartmouth Steel Subaru. To look at the makeup of the Nova Scotia squads. As we said, PEI, there's really only 2 players at the U18 level, mostly at U16. And the PEI U16, or the Maritime U16 leagues. That one turns off on a chance for Nova Scotia, looking there for a pair of players in the slot. Sullivan for McEachern. McEachern off a skate. Sullivan will pick it up. Hoyt will grab it. Up skates Hoyt. Hoyt wants to cut to the middle. Tripped up by Kelly. That one backhanded just off a Liver. McKenzie down low is Hoyt now for Nova Scotia. Back to the point. McEachern over for Sullivan. Sullivan wants to shoot. That one tipped in front and grabbed by Jake Kelly. Kelly for McKenzie, who scoops and sends it in. No icing. Sullivan will come out to play it. Both teams changing. Stretch feed off the skate boot of Ryan. And ends up in the corner. Him and Pierce tangle. Bulpit now. Scoops it high in the air. Up to center, Anderson. But Mills was able to block it. Go in, give chase in the corner. Mills back down low. It's Hutt, who is 1 of 2 PEI goals. Jet Mills, who had a close chance himself off a turnover. That one knifed ahead by Wyatt Bulpit. Ewan White down low. This should do it for 20 minutes. PEI with a pair. They lead Nova Scotia 2-1 after 20 minutes of play. Goals to Drew Murphy and Harrison Hutt. Evan Liver has countered for Nova Scotia. We'll have the second period for you coming up next. Thank you for watching 2025 QMJHL Cup here from the Uniplex in Dieppe, New Brunswick on AO Live. Second period is next. Settling in here in Dieppe, New Brunswick, the Uniplex for the Atlantic leg of the QMJHL Cup 2025. Mike Sanderson here with the call. Thank you for joining us on AO Live. We're just about ready to roll here with the second period. Team Nova Scotia in Navy. They're going left to right this period. Jack Bell in the net to our left. And for Prince Edward Island in the green going right to left, we have Jace McPherson in the net to our right. It is 2-1 the score in favor of Prince Edward Island. Nova Scotia with the puck off the draw. McKenzie looking northward for Charlie McLeod as that pass nearly broken up looking for Sinclair. Max McKenzie will pick it up for PEI trying to clear. Nova Scotia battling for it along the boards. McKenzie taps it along the boards. Skittering puck ends up to the far side. Hayden nearly picked it away from the boards. Sinclair to Hayden looking there for McLeod to complete the trio. And a tic-tac-toe kind of play. Looking out for the slot. Murphy. Blocked. Max McKenzie goes into battle. McLeod looking for it. Nick McKenzie can't fire it off the boards. That will come out just loose past the blue line. Sinclair. Now Duncan Anderson. He went coast to coast in the first period. Instead sheds it off for McKenzie. That pass is just nudged by Sinclair enough to negate the icing. McPherson sent it hard along the boards. Ryan Doyle was looking for it, but Hocko cut it off. Now grabbed by Kelly. Kelly picking up along with McPhee and Doyle. McPhee sheds one check. Drops it back. Trevor's shot. That one steered away by Bell. Grabbed by Hocko. Carver up for Hayden. McPhee nearly took it away. Got another block. That's 3 or 4 for him now on this count just over a period. Caleb Adams for Prince Edward Island looking to go north. Kelly with it. It's blocked by Hocko. Hocko at the blue line, kept in by Doyle. That went off the skates of River Welsh. Now Nova Scotia 4 wide coming up is Carver, but pinned up to the boards was Alex Trevors. Adams wraps it along. Hocko keeps it in at the left point. Hops under the stick of Welsh. And Carver on the forecheck comes back to center. Picked up there by Griffin McEachern. To the tape of Carver. Carver spinning in and jumping into the right wing side. Looking to cut north, but Trevors blocked that. McEachern at the point. That's a shot. It appeared to go off a shin pad. And Sullivan pinching in back behind the goal line. Kicked along to the near side. That pass hopped under the stick of Bulpit. Jet Mills and Harrison Hutt complete the trio. Trevors looking to shed a check. Fan on the pass across. Hoyt followed up. And Sullivan will free it loose. Pierce on the change. Nova Scotia was looking maybe for a too many men call, but didn't get it. McEachern on the forecheck was Hutt. In his Mills. That's flipped up past center. Pierce will let it go by. That will be an icing call against Nova Scotia. Played just under 3.5 minutes here of the second period. Jack Bell last 2 seasons with the Nova Junior X-Men. 33 appearances. Last season, 17 appearances, 12-5. Faceoff will be to his glove side. It was goals off sticks of Drew Murphy and Harrison Hutt that beat him in the first. That one flipped up to center. Corbett caught in a position, doesn't want to jump too far on Liver. Pass right out in front, was looking for Hoyt. As McPherson slid across and closed that one up, but missed wide anyway. McKenzie off the point shot, that one blocked in front. Liver a try, and that one off the bottom base of the post. McEachern with it from the point, a quick shot. That hit a stick of Corbett in front, ends up back behind the net. Liver wants to get a stick on it, kicked away by Pierce, and up comes PEI. To the backhand to center. Battling with it, Brendan Smith nearly had it off his stick. Hoyt back to Smith. The two Nova Scotia forwards tie themselves together. As McPherson can only slow that down. Liver on the forecheck. McKenzie pinching in. PEI frees it loose from the boards. Flip just past Ewan White. Duncan Anderson will grab it. White in front was looking for the slot of Sam Ryan, tied up though. Justice Johnson freeing up in there. Max McKenzie trying to get it to the blue line, but that's blocked by Ewan White, grabbed instead by Drew Murphy. Murphy with Justice Johnson aggressive on him. McKenzie's able to tap that away. PEI still with it. Instead grabbed by McKenzie on the pass out. As just past Solvaggio, back comes Nova Scotia. Ryan with it against Lucas Fan in the corner. Ewan White. Back for Ryan. Up high, grabbed out of the air by Ewan White, back behind the net. White's pass back to a teammate will be yeeted to center for Prince Edward Island defender. Anderson will pick it up for Nova Scotia. Stretch feed for White. White crossing the blue line, joined by Johnson and Ryan again. Ryan behind the net on Travers. Guinish. Left circle. Down low now, works his way around. Has a look right to the slot, but Johnson couldn't complete it. Now on the Nova Scotia side of center is Sullivan. Back for Ryan. Ryan, left circle. That hit a stick, and McPherson loses his stick. As a pair of PEI players bumped into him. And as his stick makes his way to him, thanks to Ryan Doyle, we'll flip it up or pass it across looking for Kelly, and Hocko is able to shed that check. The backhand to center. Hayden for Sinclair, joined with McLeod, over for McLeod, high slot, lost it. Backhand back down low, it's Sinclair all alone, but couldn't get there as the puck skipped and hopped its way just past on Travers. Alex Travers. Adams had it, lost it. Sinclair, Adams has it again. That's off a stick, comes out to center. Jax Guinish. Past Travers, and from the corner, Hayden. Now it's Hocko getting into that. That hit a body in front and missed. McPhee will pick it up. He's tripped up. Sinclair right in front, but can't get the handle back, and Mills will flip it to center. Grabbed by Jake Kelly. Nova Scotia pressing harder as this period goes along. Guinish. Tap it up, Hayden. Hayden free to Sinclair. That one played up by Bulpit, but followed up was Guinish. Tapped off by Mills. Fresh off the bench was Hutt, and there will be a too many men call. Prince Edward Island will get the gate, and Nova Scotia will get the power play for the second time. Harrison Hutt will serve it. Nova Scotia, the power play in the first period, did not score on it. And they'll get a second crack. McLean with Welsh and Carver, McEachern and Sullivan. McEachern at the right point. Welsh was jostled about in front. McEachern shot. Glove save, no rebound for McPherson. Wisely opting to cover up with River Welsh in the area. Sixth in scoring last season with the Harbor Rage, Halifax Max member. 3 goals already in 9 games. One switch. Rather, McLean makes his way to take the draw. Carver. Sullivan. Shot stop and McPherson, no rebound again. McPherson just gobbling up those pucks on those power play opportunities. Some Nova Scotia traffic in front, namely River Welsh. Continue to battle in the foreground along with Morrison. One again by Nova Scotia. Sullivan. Backhands it off for Carver. Back for Sullivan up top. McEachern. McLean. Fenwick McLean. Back for McEachern. That's off a stick. And up high off the high glass. Sullivan down low. Looking there for Carver. McEachern from the right point. Sheds a check, has some room down the right circle. Will feed off now for Carver. Carver works his way up the right wing boards. Now up to the high slot. Pass for Sullivan. Sullivan was looking over but was bumped up along by Pierce. Sullivan again. Now McPherson. Or McEachern. Carver, sharp angle shot. Stopped by McPherson. Sullivan with it. 50 seconds to go in the Nova Scotia power play. McEachern just at the blue line. Back in the corner looking there for Welsh. Off the stick of McLean. That's wrapped along the boards by PEI and cleared. Both teams will make changes as Nova Scotia breaks their way out, trying to pick up speed with Evan Liver. Dodging a pair of PEI checkers on the penalty kill. Nick McKenzie on the right wing boards. Back for McKenzie off the stick of Austin Hoyt. Anderson looking Hoyt, wraps it in, and that's stopped by McPherson. Another try as McKenzie had it off a stick, but McPherson tracked that and stopped it too. 5 seconds to go in the bench minor penalty for too many men. Harrison Hutt will be free. Faceoff will be glove side to Jace McPherson. Jet Mills will take the draw against Austin Hoyt. Liver through traffic, scores! Evan Liver's got a pair. This one on the power play, just tail end of it, 2 seconds left. And the game is tied. Evan Liver once again found that shooting lane, was able to get it through the wickets. Between the legs of Jace McPherson. So we're all square here in the second period. Adams to Trevors. Trevors looking to clear. On Bullpit. Mills and Hutt up front. Adams again. Trevors. This is what happened in game one. It's happened in game two. Pace is picked up. Here in this second frame, Trevors will whip it along. Stopped there by goaltender Jack Bell. Hutt battles for it in the near corner. Instead freed by McKenzie. White played out. Tapped back in by Mills. Grabbed instead by Anderson. Anderson dodging Mills. Down the left wing, sent down now for Adams. Trevors. Looking for Bullpit. Played up by Anderson. Grabbed by Johnson. Johnson left wing side trying to cut to the middle. That was blocked by Trevors. Anderson tapped along the boards. Recovered by PEI but grabbed instead by White. Ewan White along the boards, trying to break it free and give himself some room. Bullpit picks it up instead, but flips it into the Nova Scotia bench. That will prompt us a whistle and a puck recovered. Nearing the halfway point of regulation time. 2 goals for Evan Liver and a pair in the first period for PEI for Murphy and Hutt. Is our score. Guinish at the line. Quick shot from Hayden. That was blocked by Moore. Sullivan has picked it up. Or Sinclair, excuse me. Down low. Passed out in front. A chance for Hayden. It's loose. But the whistle goes as Nova Scotia sniffing around that net with McLeod, Hayden, and Sinclair. Looking to make hay when the sun shines, and the sun is shining on Nova Scotia right now. So they're getting some chances. McPherson standing as tall as he can, and he made the stops there on that last sequence. Faceoff will be to his glove side. Sinclair looked to feed Hocko, was checked from behind by McGregor, and that will prompt a penalty to come up here against PEI. Hocko for Guinish. Guinish for Hayden. Hayden back for Guinish. Net is empty for Nova Scotia in the delayed call. Both officials have their arms up. Sinclair for Hocko at the right point. Will look to settle. Now take a wrist shot. That missed blocker side. McLeod will grab it. McLeod in the corner, freed up, and the whistle will blow. So McGregor will get the gate. 2 for boarding on the PEI forward McGregor, the Western Rebels. So an offensive zone draw on a power play for Nova Scotia. They scored on their last one, just 2 seconds left on it, and they'll get another crack here with 9:21 to go in the second period. One finally by Murphy, right to the net. PEI cleared, but just to the line. Sullivan, Carver now takes a quick shot. Welsh wanted a tip. Missed to the short side. McEachern down low, McLean. Now Welsh, McLean in tight. Shoulder save. Sullivan for Carver. Carver way up high, picked up there by Welsh. Welsh now, Carver was looking to fire. Murphy was able to block that enough. Welsh without a stick, is able to kick that to a teammate. That's McLean. Up top, McEachern. Sullivan, centered. Didn't quite get there. And McEachern will go back to skate for it. Morrison in on the forecheck. Joined up front by Murphy. On the back end, Max McKenzie and Fan. Fenwick McLean with the puck. He led all U15 in scoring Nova Scotia last season, 82 points. Nick McKenzie's pass for Welsh, but could not touch it. And icing will be called on Nova Scotia on the power play. 48 seconds to go on it. It is 2-2 our score here in the nightcap here of game one, or of day one, game two of day one. The 2025 QMJHL Cup, of course, all in the efforts to showcase what is among the best available for the 2025 QMJHL draft presented by Fernplast. QMJHL Central Scouting is here. I've seen many scouts from pretty much all the logos from the team so far, and if they're not here today, they're certainly here tomorrow and Sunday, the long weekend. On to cut in was McLean, now Welsh. A quick shot in tight is stopped by McPherson. He'll hang on for the whistle. It's part of this whole thing, part of the 27th edition of the Atlantic Challenge Cup, which a lot of these players played in last season. 17-20 in Team Prince Edward Island, 14-20 in Team Nova Scotia. Played in the U15 division last season. All of those games are also on AO Live. Shot from Anderson. His rebound was loose, but sent just wide off of Hoyt, and that's cleared by PEI. So a very busy weekend of hockey here in the Greater Moncton area. But Dieppe here has the QMJHL Cup of the Uniplex. And McKenzie's able to flip it in. Evan Liver was both goals for Nova Scotia thus far. Pasted to the boards was Smith from Ryan Doyle. Liver, McGregor's out. That pass right out in front, loose in the skates, is tapped along and grabbed by PEI ultimately. McGregor out of the box, plays it to center. Hoyt will free it up with Anderson. He's pinned to the boards and lost to Travers. Now grabbed by PEI, a chance to skate with it with Silvaggio, but he was tripped up. Liver. Hoyt now, McKenzie jumping in. Hoyt from Murphy. Skate to stick, though, cleared by PEI, and this one will be icing. Unless they win the foot race. They do. Murphy wins it. Anderson having a whale of a time to play it right out for Kelly. That one's stopped by Bell. Anderson having a whale of a time to get the puck out of there with 3 PEI forwards on the forecheck at that time. From the point, a shot from Corbett. That's off Anderson. Comes loose to the slot. Can't turn and fire was Murphy. White battles for it. Nova Scotia trying to break out of their zone, and they can't. Kelly on the backhand. Blocked by Anderson. That's blocked again by Kelly. Anderson will have to give chase once again to White. White is nearly bumped right up by Pierce jumping in, but White's able to break out. That's over left side looking Ryan with Justice Johnson. White to the slot, nobody home, and that comes all the way down. Bell for Guinish. Guinish has a look, try to catch PEI in a change. Hayden will go in and give chase, take a sharp angle shot, but fanned on it. Justice Johnson back for Hayden. That's out for Ryan. Missed short side blocker. Hocko down low Ryan. Played out looking for Hayden. That's blocked by Mills. Mills off the glass and out. And a foot race. Hocko is going to beat Morrison. Knows bull pit, but a high stick made contact. We'll blow the play dead. 5.5 to go here in the second period. Nova Scotia plays tomorrow 9:15 They take on New Brunswick in a very highly anticipated game. New Brunswick, who got the win this afternoon against Newfoundland 8-1. PEI will hold off and take on that Newfoundland squad at 11:45 tomorrow morning. Of course, Sunday will be placement day, as all the teams will play every other, and then the best records will play 11:45, and the other two teams will play at 9:15. Fan from the point takes a shot just steered away by Bell. McKenzie from the left point, tapped in front, trying to play it on with Mills. That was blocked. Now in a foot race, Hayden, along with McKenzie. Coming out to play it was McPherson, who had to dodge the forecheck, but was able to get it away. PEI trying to clear, but can't get it just to the line. Sinclair has made a move on from Hutt, just outside. Hocko was able to send that back. Mills will commit to that, to the near side. Hutt was looking to feed to Bulpit. Ginish, with a pair of PEI forecheckers on him, he's able to flip it just to the line and out. Fan clears it out. Bulpit wanted to change and was nearly touching the puck offside in the process. Ginish now. Ginish down the left wing side is pasted to the boards, as McLeod tried to play it forward. Now does Ginish, sends it to the PEI zone. In is Trevors. Option up the left wing side, McGregor leaves it there for Mills. Mills crossing the blue line down the left wing. Look to feed it up, and that's stopped by Welsh. Welsh down the left wing, or the right wing side, looks to feed out front. McPherson, who swiped and missed at it, went through his legs but missed wide. Now a chance for Welsh, and McPherson will cover. But what a dangerous opportunity, as that puck with McPherson out, committed to play it, and it went right between his legs, but it missed wide of the goal. Faceoff will be to his blocker side. Carver, McLean, and Welsh for Nova Scotia. McLean tried to steer to the goal. Carver back from whence it came. Right wing side, Adams looking up for Arsenault. Arsenault played just past McGregor at the center red. It's grabbed by McEachern. Will fire it in just wide glove side. Adams takes a bump to make the play just to the line. Sullivan's shot just missed from the point. PEI trying to clear, and they do on the second try as it's hoisted just over Moore. Sullivan will be the first one to it. And cleaned up to center was McEachern. Now Trevors offside at the line. The pace in the second period was quite promising earlier, but settled in a little bit more. Here the later we go into this frame. 2-2 the score. Only one goal in the second period came off the stick of Evan Liver. He also had the goal for Nova Scotia in the first period. He's out there on the ice now with Smith and Hoyt. Pierce will fire it in. Bell came out to play it. Grabbed there by Anderson. Anderson past Doyle. In on the forecheck, Kelly. Anderson again, just to center, and Pierce will grab it. Pierce's pass looking for McPhee. And McKenzie will have it. McKenzie now to his partner Anderson. Brandon Smith wanted to move on it. Kelly instead. But the bouncing puck comes out to the center circle. Hoyt is able to send it down to the PEI zone. McPherson will come out to play it. McPherson wrapped along, but it was blocked by Brendan Smith. Carson Pierce will pick it up. Pierce right to the tape of Ryan Doyle. In comes Doyle. The Charlottetown Knights wants to fire. That's blocked by Nick McKenzie, the week's majors. 1 of 6 on this Nova Scotia squads. That one, Kelly just enough. Looking for McPhee. Smith took a little bump on him in open ice. Now Hoyt. McKenzie nearly takes that away. And Kelly too, but instead picked up by Anderson. That was poked off his stick. Murphy wants an outlet. Can't feed it out. Fanned on it. Anderson now to the boards. It's Fan. Down low, Morrison looking for it. McKenzie is bothered up enough, and Max McKenzie is able to tap it back in. Anderson off the boards. Max McKenzie tried to block that. Comes back to the PEI zone, but Brendan Smith is the first one there. just to the blue line. Chance for PEI to attack. It's Silvaggio. Left wing drops back Murphy. Murphy cross ice, too far behind Morrison. White wanted to move north with it. Morrison can't get it back either way, and McKenzie frees it to center. Trevor's over for Adams. Adams to center, just past Silvaggio, but picked up by Morrison. Morrison fires, wide of Bell. Adams on the backhand drew Murphy. Adams continues to battle. Looking there for White. White over for Sam Ryan, joined by Johnson, who has the puck now. At the blue line, Ryan can't recover, PEI will. To center, picked up there by Bulpit. Bulpit is Murphy, but is broken up by McKenzie. That's played by White. And icing waved off. Johnson on the forecheck on Adams. Adams plays it now for Hutt. Hutt with Ryan on the forecheck with Trevors. Hocko can't hold the line. Played off by PEI, but to the right wing side, nobody home. Ginnish, quick tap, was looking for White. And the whistle will blow, and too many men on Nova Scotia this time. With 45.7 to go here in the second period. Too many men will be called for Nova Scotia on this one. This will be the first power play for PEI in this one. Still 2-2 late in the second period. Ewan White will serve it for Nova Scotia. Faceoff will be glove side to Jack Bell. Chance late in the period for PEI to notch one. Doyle will take the draw up against Sinclair. Corbett taps it back to the line. Pierce will play it to McPhee. McPhee in the circle. Back up top is Pierce. A shot from distance. Off a body and wide. Hocko tries to clear. McPhee picks it up. McPhee is jostled to the boards, and Hayden's able to clear it. PEI's Pierce with Corbett on the back. McPhee, Doyle, and Kelly. Corbett down the right side, dodging the check of Ginnish. Ginnish and Hocko on the back. Sinclair and Hayden up front. Penalty kill, 3 wide on the swarm, and that's cleared by Ginnish. McPherson will have it. He'll hoist it up to center. That's blocked by Hayden. And we'll have one more whistle before the end of the second period. Well, the buzzer will go, and we'll just do it. Wrap up 40 minutes of play. 2-2 the score. Nova Scotia gets another one back to tie it. 2-2 after 40. 2 goals to Evan Liver. Murphy and Hutt in the first for PEI. Third period is next. You're watching the 2025 QMJHL Cup here at the Uniplex in Dieppe, New Brunswick on AO Live. surprised when I walked by and didn't see your fat ass hanging around there trying to figure this out. But
Priorities. I don't see my family all that often. Especially the ones that are from like
is that by choice or is that by
No,
consequence?
well, they live in Truro. The rest of my mom's side of the family are all down in Inverness.
Right. It's hard to get to if you don't intend to.
Yeah.
Churro is different.
Truro's doable. It's
Churro is definitely doable.
hard to go see him play because he plays down in Pickup.
Yeah, true. That's another 45 that way. Yeah. Well, all right, one more period to go, and then I'm getting Pizza Hut. I'm ordering Pizza Hut. I'm going upstairs to my bedroom, and I am not talking to anybody. I'm going to bed.
Referees aren't even on the nets yet.
There is everything but the nets. It's going to be a pretty evenly played period with no nets.
I used to walk by and all of a sudden it was almost turned into an alumni news heads meeting over there.
Yeah.
Allie and then Sullivan and Tipper walks by and half the scouting staff. Cam Russell.
Yeah. And then I walk this way and I see all the old Active Bathurst Teton that won the Memorial Cup. Because Sly's there, and they had a bunch of their scouts that are all in different teams now, but they're all over there. Sly chose this trip over the Rouen trip because they're in Rouen tonight.
Yeah. I would.
That's a fair choice.
Not a whole heck of a lot going on in Miranda on a Friday. I mean, there is, but
Not a lot you're allowed to talk about. Alrighty, third period. 2-2 the score. Nova Scotian PEI, let's see who takes it. As Sullivan will fire that one the length of the ice. Ewan White is still in the penalty box, serving a too-many-men call that came to Nova Scotia late in the second periods. PEI will start on the power play, an abbreviated one on the fresh ice. Under a minute to go on it. Murphy to the line, cut off. Now Max McKenzie will have it at the left point. Murphy again on the left wing side, pinned up by McEachern, but comes back to the point. McKenzie over for Doyle. Doyle on the right wing to the far lip of the circle, sent down low for Morrison. And McEachern will fire it, that one off of Murphy and way down the tunnel. Debatable if that puck's ever coming back. We are 42 seconds into the third period. Pair of goals for Evan Liver and singles for Drew Murphy and Harrison Hutt is where we are. Both PEI goals were in the first. Nova Scotia scored one in the first, one in the second. Nova Scotia gets the early call tomorrow as they take on New Brunswick at 9:15. 11:45 comes calling for PEI. They take on Newfoundland. 4 games tomorrow, and then 2 on Sunday for this QMJHL Cup. We are in the final period of Game 2 on Day 1 here in Dieppe. Mike Sanderson here with the call on AO Live. Thank you for joining us. All of the Q Cup action is here on AO Live as Murphy picks up speed through the left side, dodges one check, trying to cut to the net, sealed off in front as that pass out for Morrison. Missed glove side. Skittering puck to the right wing. Nova Scotia nearly back to even. Johnson wanted to touch it. Puck came out and back in. Now we're back to even strength. So White is out. And face-off will come just outside the blue line. Hayden, Sinclair, McLeod, Guinish, and Hocko for Nova Scotia. Cleared down by the big blue liner, Hocko. Silvaggio, Guinish. Silvaggio blocked that, was looking there for Kelly. Liam Moore completes the trio here for PEI. Silvaggio softly to Moore, but turned over. Now for Sinclair to walk into the backhand, stopping McPherson. Rebound is cleared, but a penalty coming up here to PEI. A hooking call. Nova Scotia 1 for 3 on the power play. They'll get another crack as Nate Salvaggio will get the gate. Faceoff will be glove side to Jace McPherson. Murphy and Morrison up front with Adams and Trevors on the back end. Nova Scotia will give it a try with Hocko, Hayden, McLeod, Sinclair, and Guinish, who has the puck now. Hocko on the right wing will work it across to the saucer for Sinclair. Takes it off the boards. Sinclair and Guinish switch. Hocko for Guinish. Drops back Sinclair. Sinclair and Guinish switch again. Guinish top of the zone. Left wing Sinclair across ice was looking Hocko, who wanted to get all of his body weight into that but missed. Hayden back to the point, Guinish. Hocko again wants to tee up. Now I'll let it rip, miss blocker side. Sinclair stops that. Guinish trying to whack at it. McLeod back to the point. Guinish. McLeod wants another drive. Guinish. McLeod 1-tee, that's blocked by Trevors. McLeod back for Sinclair, 55 seconds to go in the power play. Guinish back for Sinclair, left circle. Guinish tees up. Blocker save McPherson. Rebound ends up to the far side. Hocko for Guinish. Now Sinclair, puck's moving now. That's stopped by McPherson. Took a tumble and fell, but was able to get back. That clear out attempt by PEI up into the back net again a play. So Nova Scotia, all the presence on that power play. A shooting gallery, but the puck stays out. 35 seconds to go in the Nova Scotia power play. Well, Mike Wholesale changes up front. Carver, McLean, Welsh. And on the back end, McEachern and Sullivan. Ryan Doyle along with McPhee up front. Corbett on the back end with Pierce. McEachern at the right point. We'll move and switch spots. That one off of Doyle's shin pad, who will softly clear. McEachern now for Sullivan. Sullivan, Carver, now McLean. McLean, Carver wanted a shot off the move. Missed short side, back to the point, McEachern. Welsh lets it rip but blocked. Pierce will clear as Sullivan gave way the line. Salvaggio's out. Nova Scotia to 1 for 4. We are still 2 apiece. Carver plays it down low past McPherson, who came out. Trying to whack it with the paddle. McEachern, that shot off of Corbett. And that shot missed wide too. This PEI will clear, and it will be an icing call against Prince Edward Island. So we're 4 minutes and 10 seconds into the third period. Last season, Nova Scotia defeated New Brunswick in the final. The year prior, Nova Scotia defeated New Brunswick in the final. It is what has been accustomed to in these Q Cup events. Nova Scotia right now tied with PEI here in the third period. McKenzie, quick shot there from the stick of Harrison Hutt. He is gloved down. Hutt had a goal in the first period. Except it was more of a scramble variety in his case. Face-off blocker side to Jack Bell. Hoyt will take the draw against Mills. As the pivots battle in the corner, played back now along by McKenzie. Liver with both Nova Scotia goals, nearly turned it over for Fan. He'll get a second crack at it. This time Hoyt will play to center. Brendan Smith is going to beat McKenzie to this puck. In the corner, Hoyt will pick it up. In that left wing corner, they continue to battle. Smith back to the point. Anderson frees it up on his offhand. Over for Smith. Smith back for Anderson with room to jump in. Anderson from the circle. Now back behind the net. Send it right out in front. And the net is off. That one cleared out by McGregor. McPherson will adjust the net himself. Smith over for Anderson off of skate. PEI on a turnover. Mills looking down low. That was taken away, and Mills took a tumble too. Back comes Nova Scotia the other way. It's Anderson. Anderson drops it back. Hoyt the shot, stopping McPherson. Rebound is loose. Anderson to the backhand. That one missed just wide. Hoyt will pick it up there. To the top of the zone now as Guinish is an outlet. Will drop it there for the blue liner. Comes over Anderson. Now for Hoyt. That's stopped by McPherson. Nova Scotia really moving the puck around the zone now. Shot from the point is gloved and wisely covered by Jace McPherson, whose stick was placed right along the goal line, which might have worked to his advantage had it come to that. But either way, McPherson keeps the puck out. Face-off won by PEI Trevors with Adams. Looking Arsenault, battling with Ryan. Johnson along the boards blocks that clear out. White blocks that one. Now in for Johnson. Couldn't get it back to the forehand. Loose to the official. Johnson and Adams tangle. In comes White to battle for it, but PEI clears to center. Guinish will send it back in, bouncing puck right to McPherson, who will wisely cover. This period, a lot of Nova Scotia attack, but it is still 2-2 the score. They did get a power play on it, and one where they basically shot at will. We'll get another offensive zone opportunity. The blocker side of McPherson. Sinclair, McLeod, and Hayden. Guinish and Hocko. McLeod tried to pass across. That was blocked by McPhee. Hayden plays it back to center, where it's grabbed by Noah Hocko. Hocko off the boards and down. Corbett will wrap it along further. Comes back to the point. Guinish. Once again, the same idea. Sinclair will battle for it behind the net. Tapped along. In comes Hocko. Kicks it ahead. Blocks the dump out. Now comes loose at the circle. It's played out by PEI. Will it have enough for an icing call? Yes, it will. It's PEI struggling to get out of their own zone right now. Nova Scotia with all the momentum as they look to get in the win column and break this 2-2 deadlock. Hayden, Sinclair, McLeod stay on. This time Sullivan and McEachern on the back end. Sinclair frees it loose from the boards, loose in the slot, but grabbed by McPhee. Gets it up to Kelly. Kelly trying to hoist it past Sullivan, who meets him at the line. Penalty is coming up here, a kneeing call. It's called by the back official. 4 minutes for kneeing on Sinclair. So PEI now with a golden opportunity. This time a double minor. And they'll go with 4 forwards and a defenseman. Max McKenzie, the lone blue liner on this unit. Doyle with McPhee and Morrison. Drew Murphy will man the other point on the left side. McLean up front with Carver. On the back end is McEachern and Sullivan. As that play to the slot was blocked. Now a chance for Doyle. That was stopped by Bell. Doyle frees it up from the boards. Back up top, McKenzie. Now for Murphy. Cross ice just behind Doyle. Lets it rip. That's stopped by the bib of Bell and picked up by McPhee. Just as Nova Scotia wanted this power play to turn into a shooting gallery, well, PEI doing the same. They score! Max McKenzie's point shot got through. And not only does PEI take the lead, they still have the power play. Max McKenzie let it rip and gets it through. Through a screen. And PEI leads 3-2. Same unit will stay for Prince Edward Island. Hoyt and Welsh up front for Nova Scotia with Anderson and McKenzie on the back. Murphy back for Max McKenzie, the latest goal scorer. Max McKenzie will hold the puck through, tosses it just past Hoyt, and Doyle sends it to to the Nova Scotia zone. Anderson will let it settle and fire it down. Grabbed out of the air by Hoyt. But it's McPhee with it. We'll pick it up instead. McPhee will drop it back for Max McKenzie. McKenzie through center. Across the blue line, lost it at the line. Cleared by Hoyt. Austin Hoyt, the week's majors. Forward from Truro. Drew Murphy to pick up the pace. Through center, down the right wing side. He's got room to move, and now Kelly is shot. Bouncing puck was steered away by Bell. Kelly with it. Back behind the net. Has a look and has options. Will feed it off for Pierce at the point. Pierce, who sees an option in the corner, looked for Murphy. Not on a spot to take a shot. Grabbed by Kelly. Kelly saucer feed. Pierce. Pierce is an outlet, drops it back Murphy. It's Welsh who fell. Now off the boards, Kelly. Kelly in the corner. Pinned up by Anderson. And cleared by Nova Scotia. 40 seconds to go in the PEI power play. They have a 3-2 lead. And McPherson looking stretch for Kelly. Taps it back for Pierce. Pierce for Mills. Mills will drop it back. Pierce at the line will walk into that and shoot. Missed high glove side. Liver on the penalty kill. Looking Smith. Headman it to him. Kill off some precious seconds on this tail end of the penalty kill as Smith tried to feed Liver. Now a chance for PEI to come back the other way. Pierce lost it at the line. Following up Kelly. Keeps it in. Pierce on the blue. Plays it back. Pierce wanted a shot. Now loose in the slot. Kelly scores! Jake Kelly. No word if it's a power play goal or not. It's academic at this point. PEI is a 2-goal lead once again. Jake Kelly, who has 6 goals in 3 games with the New Hampshire Mountain Kings, 15 and over. And it's 4-2 for Prince Edward Island. Adams play up, looking for Arsenault. Sullivan will play it back for Nova Scotia. Just enough for icing. So we're nearing the halfway point of the third period. PEI has scored twice. Both power play markers. Max McKenzie, then Jake Kelly. As the faceoff will now come blocker side to Jack Bell, and Nova Scotia needs goals plural here. Johnson up front with Ryan and Ewan White. Prince Edward Island has Arsenault with a quick shot from the point, nearly tipped by Moore, and McGregor completes the trio. The shot from Travers. Travers will keep it in, and a quick shot again, that time blocked by Johnson, who took that in a tender spot, and he's slow to move as that shot missed just wide. Adams now from the point. That one sent wide by the stick of Bell. Grabbed by Ryan. Instead, Adams cut him off. Looking to clear it out was Arsenault. Sullivan play it back for McEachern. McEachern now for Sullivan. That pass up was blocked by Johnson, and McPherson will opt to cover. Faceoff will be blocker side to McPherson. Sinclair, McLeod, Hayden will get another shift. Anderson and McKenzie on the back end for Nova Scotia. Jet Mills will take the draw for PEI. Hayden wanted to shoot and fanned on it. Trying to play it ahead was Bulpett. His stick would side up the entire way. And now Mills will play it up for Hutt. Back for Mills at center. That one's scooped up high by Nova Scotia as Sinclair is trying to push it forward. Now grabbed by Mills. Cut off by Anderson. Back inside the Nova Scotia zone. It's tapped up for McLeod. McLeod now for Sinclair. 3 wide Nova Scotia. Sinclair drops it back. Hayden. Hayden with a backhand. An awkward spot was blocked by Fan in front. And McKenzie keeps it in on his offhand. Left point. Down low is looking for McLeod. And picked up there by Max McKenzie. Grabbed by Anderson, a shot. Jace McPherson sent that one into the back netting out of play under 9 to go here in the third period. Both these teams play twice tomorrow. Nova Scotia at 9:15 and 5:45. PEI at 11:45 and 8:15. That's the 4 games we have for you tomorrow, and that would wrap up the round robin. It's placement day Sunday, with games at 9:15 and 11:45 on Sunday as well. We'll have all those on AO Live as Guinish teed up. That was blocked by Doyle. Guinish kept it in at the line. Looking there for McLean. Wrapped along down low, Hocko. Trying to pin that one up. PEI looking to clear. Instead it's grabbed by Guinish. Guinish will slap it down. McPherson back behind the net. Pierce will send that one to the Nova Scotia blue line. Guinish quickly for his Max teammate River Welsh, but instead picked up by Pierce. Pierce tries to clear. Welsh will spin and grab it back. Jake Kelly played up now for Doyle. That one grabbed out of the air by Hocko. That shot off McLean. And now Corbett will pick it up. Lost it. McLean with it from the circle. Stopped by McPherson. Nova Scotia again buzzing. They're down 4-2. Generating offensive chances. Smith, Hoyton, Liver, Sullivan, McEachern. Trevors and Adams on the back for PEI. Murphy with Salvaggio and Morrison. We've seen that line consistently tonight for Brett Gallant, Trevor Peters, and Rebecca Babiak. Nova Scotia's coaching staff this weekend: Kyle McLennan, Zach McQueen, Nick Yule, and Matt Donnelly. Sullivan nearly lost it. Griffin McEachern will go back and give chase. He's bumped up along the boards. A quick shot from the point from Trevors is blocked by Sullivan. Sullivan into his teammate's bench, and that will earn yourself some friends this weekend. Faceoff will be inside the Nova Scotia zone. Blocker side to Jack Bell. Muscle it forward for PEI, but no opportunity to make a play on it off the draw. Into the right wing corner. Morrison battling for it. McEachern up for Liver. Liver with a chance down the left wing, picking up speed. Liver cuts to the net, scores! Evan Liver with the hat trick. And Nova Scotia's not out of it yet, 4-3. That goal at 12:31 of the third period. Evan Liver now has scored in every period. We said 37 tucks last year, the captain of the Halifax Gulls. U15. Anderson pasted to the boards to flip it down deep. Nova Scotia with renewed energy now. Ryan trying to tap it down. PEI trying to match. Back to the line. McKenzie, but fired it along, and Anderson can't handle that. Back for McKenzie. Nova Scotia will break back in again. This one comes right to McPherson. McPherson will opt to play it for Lucas Fan. Up for Arsenault. Blocked by Ryan. Down low it comes to Ryan from White. Sharp angle shot blocker save. Anderson caught going the other way, and the skittering puck will end up back to center. Moore with the puck. Wants to clear, no icing. For Nicholas McKenzie. Pass up Anderson. Anderson will break in down the right side. With speed to the right circle. Anderson will hold and wrap it right out in front, but nobody home as it comes all the way back down, and a foot race for Hutton McKenzie. McKenzie gets there first, taps it to center. Looking there for Johnson. Ryan, but back to the PEI line. Pierce over for Corbett. That one off a stick, and Bell will opt to cover. Face off inside the Nova Scotia line. It has been, for the most part, Nova Scotia since the power plays were done. It was a double minor to Sinclair. PEI scored on both of those to take the lead. Liver has since scored his third, and it's now 4-3. Face-off glove side to Bell. Nova Scotia again. Hayden trying to go north with it. McLeod will pick it up. Hocko joining in through center. Sinclair dropping back as a second wave. Pierce reverse hits in on Hayden as they battle behind the PEI net. Guinish back at the point. Back in a rip there from Charlie McLeod. Off the stick into the back netting and a play. Nova Scotia looking to bring this energy into their game with New Brunswick tomorrow morning. Brunswick who beat Newfoundland earlier today in game 1. Games 3 through 6, we'll have them all on AO Live. We'll have the whole tournament. QMJHL Cup. All in anticipation of the 2025 QMJHL draft presented by Fernplast coming up in June. Guinish behind the net, sheds one check. Wanted to rip it up to pass it up for Hayden, but fanned on it. Now to the slot pass out right for McPhee. Didn't get all he wanted on it. And missed glove side. Hayden's pass. They're looking for McLeod, but it got through everyone, and that will be an icing call. We'll come back to the Nova Scotia zone for Kyle McLennan and staff. And as we said through game 1 and heading into game 2 is who do you play together? What do you do for lines? Is it as simple as everyone puts their hands up of who's played with who, or are you trying to put things together the way you know players? Do you just try to throw some players together? That shot missed off the side of the goal. Adams pinching in from the point. Him and Sinclair tangle along the boards. Guinish looking for it. Tapping it up now is Hayden. Hayden now open ice to Sinclair. Dodges one check from Silvaggio at the blue line. Plays it now for Hayden. Hayden looking for Sinclair. That's steered aside. Coming in is Sullivan. Sullivan to the backhand. McEachern had to hurry to move that puck. Silvaggio ultimately gets it just to center. Pass now for Sullivan. Sullivan gains the blue line. Punched away by McPherson. Picked up there by Adams. Adams looking stretch. Just hopped over the stick of Kelly. Comes loose now for Carver. Carver and McLean coming in. McLean to the backhand. Big stop by Jace McPherson. With Fenwick McLean on the way to the backhand, and a big save by Chase McPherson. We've talked about McLean, who led U15 in scoring with the Bedford Bandits. 82 points, 53 goals in the regular season. Could not put it behind the PEI tender. McEachern, a quick shot, and that one paddled away by McPherson. So we'll do it all again in the same spot. Nova Scotia pressing for the tie. PEI clinging to the lead. Glove side to McPherson. One cleanly. McEachern now Sullivan. McLean down low. And a move for Carver to make a move and draw that defender off the net. Max McKenzie, who scored for PEI in this game. Up for Kelly, who's also had a marker. Not just behind Carver. Fan plays it up the center. McEachern will grab it for Nova Scotia. Stretch looking for McLean was behind him. And Carver will be the first to the rolling puck. Just in tight, wanted to play it there and draw a scramble. Instead, left wing side, it's McLean. Tap back, but lost to McPhee. McPhee's pass into the skates of Welsh. Fan trying to block McLean, and all of his effort to do that. McLean blocks it and scores! For the score. Fenwick McLean pounced. McPherson wanted to play it. McLean blocked it and put it in the open cage. All square once again, this time at 4. And Nova Scotia, who've never had a lead in this game, but they've clawed back to tie, notably from two goal deficits. Anderson off the skates of McGregor, looking back down low for Joe Arsenault. Get on his horse to try to grab that in the corner. Nova Scotia trying to play it out. Along the boards, it's freed back down. McGregor now for Arsenault. Arsenault looking to play out front, that was blocked, and Anderson will skate his way with it. Up comes Liver. He's got 3 in this game. Liver pass across off the skate of Brendan Smith, and now cleared by PEI to center. Grabbed there by McKenzie. Quick pass for Liver. Counter attack again for Nova Scotia. Liver shot over the glove. Now McKenzie with it. 2.5 to go here in this third period. Liver working it out of the right wing corner. McKenzie now for Guinish. Guinish lets it shoot. Wanted a tip from Smith. McKenzie chips it ahead. Grabbed there by Liver. Liver down low. Smith. Now a shot from Hoyt. That one went off the blue liner in front in Corbett. And he's got to go in to get it. And he bumps up on his man. Hoyt behind the PEI net. Nova Scotia pressing to break the 4-4 deadlock. McKenzie shot. That one steered away by McPherson, grabbed instead by Hoyt. Back to the point again, McKenzie. Now Guinish. McKenzie will go change. Guinness a shot. And that one right to the crest of Jace McPherson. The faceoff will be to his blocker side with 1:47 to go in the third period. Wholesale changes on the PEI side. Johnson now between Ryan and White. Anderson, wrist shot punched away by McPherson. And that one off the transition glass. Comes back behind the PEI net. McKenzie looking for Hutt, kept in at the line. Anderson. White with it. Down low battling with Justice Johnson, but that one off the back netting and out of play off the dump out from Jet Mills. So we'll get a new puck and we'll do it again inside the PEI zone. Under 1.5 minutes to go. $1:26 is all that's left of the third period. Murphy and Johnson. Glove side to McPherson. We'll do it again, but this time Justice Johnson will not. Sam Ryan will come in against Murphy. PEI 3 wide in the slot. One cleanly this time by Murphy. White to give chase on it. Now Anderson fakes the shot, muscles it ahead. Grabbed there by Johnson. Johnson trying to move to the middle. Was cut off by McKenzie. PEI will opt to clear just to the line. Anderson keeps that, sends that to the net. And McPherson is able to steer that wide. Salvaggio tries to clear. Now picked up by Fan. Lucas Fan to the red line and down. PEI gets a much needed change as Murphy comes in to knock down Guinish. Anderson with the puck. Grabbed there by Ryan. Ryan down the left wing will send it to the opposite corner. McPherson flags it down. Travers now to Pierce. We're well into the final minute of play here in the third period. Anderson with the puck. Trying to break down through the blue line. Hayden. Going to make another move on endless oncoming PEI forecheckers. It's grabbed there by Murphy. Murphy, left wing, trying to cut in to get it back, but was sandwiched in open ice and picked up now by Hayden. Under 20 seconds to go. Here's Hayden. Dump in hit McLeod. McPhee can't corral it. Bouncing puck grab by Sinclair. Sinclair. Down low, McLeod. 5 seconds. Sinclair on the turnover. Looking to whip it and fire was McLeod, but that will do it for regulation time. So 4-4 the score through regulation. As we will have overtime. Three goals to Evan Liver and the tying marker to Fenwick McLean for Nova Scotia. Team Prince Edward Island with McKenzie, Kelly, Murphy, and Hutt. Murphy opened the scoring way back in the first period. Hutt as well made it 2-0. Liver then countered in the first, tied it in the second, which then featured a power play for Prince Edward Island in the third, where Mackenzie and Kelly scored. Made it 4-2. Liver made it 4-3, and Fenwick McLean with a game-tying marker late in the third period. That's where we stand as both teams gather around the whiteboards and turn this nightcap into an extra fun affair. Nova Scotia will play New Brunswick tomorrow morning. 9:15 is your puck drop local time. PEI gets to wait until 11:45 local time. They take on Newfoundland. Both teams and all four teams in this tournament will play twice tomorrow, which will wrap up the round robin portion. 5 minutes of 4-on-4 is the expectation, or 5 minutes of 3-on-3, I should say. PEI will go with Mackenzie on the back. Moore and Murphy up front. Nova Scotia with Hoyt and Liver and Anderson on the back to start. Next goal wins. Hoyt wins it back real finely, back to Jack Bell. Duncan Anderson will skate it up, looking stretch for Liver, too far for him, and that will be a quick icing call here early, 15 seconds into overtime. The faceoff will come glove side to Jack Bell. Last year's tournament, we did have overtime in the round robin. Kalen Blake had the winner for Newfoundland. Anderson now picking up speed through neutral. Has Liver with him. Anderson drops it back for Liver. Rolled up his stick, a chance. Stopped by McPherson. He'll try to cover and he'll get the whistle. Not in optimal position for Evan Liver, looking for his fourth of the game, but puck rolled on him a little bit before he could get that opportunity. Nova Scotia will switch up forwards. McLean and Hayden will come on. Anderson will stay. Doyle will take the draw for PEI, glove side to McPherson. One cleanly to the point. Anderson will hold. Down for Hayden. Back for Anderson. Kelly up front. Doyle and Pierce for PEI. McLean tried to move and lost it. Kelly couldn't go north with it. Tapped up now by Doyle. And this one will draw, wait till it gets to the goal line and waved off. Centered out front looking Pierce. Grabbed instead by Anderson. Now a chance for Nova Scotia to break forward. Anderson had it, lost it. In comes Pierce. Pierce with Doyle. Pierce cuts to the net. Stopped by Bell. That one flipped up off the glass for McLean. We're a minute 10 into this overtime period. Pierce picks it up. One quick change. Guinish is now on for Anderson for Nova Scotia. Kelly will have a look now as Pierce changes, and Doyle too, nearly leaving Kelly on an island. Instead picking up speed off the bench was Murphy. Lucas Fan completes the trio on the ice. Nova Scotia nearly caught in a change as up comes Carver. In cuts Murphy. Murphy, the backhand, loose in front. Now a chance for Guinish to go north. Guinish with Jet Mills back. In comes Guinish, leading the rush. Lost in his skates of Mills. Drops it back. Carver stopped by McPherson. Up comes Murphy. Drew Murphy has Jet Mills with him. Guinish trying to cut him off. Murphy holds, fires. That's blocked by Ryan defending. Now Murphy wanted to cut out in front and wrap it around, but Carver blocked that. And Guinish will let it settle back behind his net. 2 minutes gone here in the overtime. Guinish with Sam Ryan doing circles beside him. He will feed it there. Ryan down the left wing. Nearly cut off by Doyle as they pin up along the boards. Max McKenzie will pick it up. Drop it back now for Doyle with room. During the halfway point of this overtime period. Doyle looking for McPhee. It'll be icing called against Prince Edward Island. So Nova Scotia will switch. For fresh troops, McLeod with Sinclair and Anderson. PEI McKenzie, Doyle, and McPhee on the icing. They can't change. Face-off glove side to McPherson. One right to the linesman. McKenzie, Sinclair trying to strip him of the puck along the board. Sinclair pulls it free. He'll play it back to the point. It's Anderson. Anderson, no room to shoot. Doyle tenacious on him, drops it back, and that's a turnover. Picked up now by McKenzie. McKenzie has McPhee crossing the line, but can't go any further as Team Nova Scotia picks up the puck. Sinclair now. Tucker Sinclair, left wing side. Goes east-west in the zone, backhand right in front, but stick tied up on McLeod, excuse me. McLeod with it now. McLeod in front, Sinclair, fanned on it. Jack Bell comes out to play, taps it now for Anderson. Silvaggio in the forecheck, Pearson Murphy for PEI. Nova Scotia Anderson leading, joined by Liver and Johnson now. Anderson cuts in and is tripped up. Murphy will touch it, power play coming. Drew Murphy will get the call, and he's not happy about it. Timeout is called for Team Nova Scotia, and no surprise there. Draw it up. They'll get a 4-on-3 power play. Minute 23 remaining here in overtime. Nova Scotia, who for much of the third period especially, has had a lot of shots on Jace McPherson. Get a quick breather and a discussion with Sam Morash. Nova Scotia drawing up things for a set play on the power play. Next minute and 23, they were working around the puck pretty well on their power play opportunities in the third. They'll roll with Sinclair, Liver, Anderson, and McLeod. PEI in the penalty kill. Will roll 2 blue liners and a forward. Doyle with McKenzie and Fan. Glove side to McPherson. Minute 23 in overtime. Sinclair won't take the draw. It will be Liver. One cleanly by Doyle. That one blocked at the line. Anderson's able to have that. Sinclair, right wing side. Back up top, Anderson. Liver. Anderson with room to shoot as his own compresses. That shot missed to the blocker side. Liver will pick it up now into the final minute of play of overtime. Anderson wanted a pass. That was blocked by Doyle. Will drop it back. Sinclair is tied up, and that puck will come out. Sinclair will pick up speed, gain the blue line. Drop it back, McLeod. McLeod wants to protect and leave it for Anderson. Anderson chips it back for McLeod. Left circle, cross ice. Liver, stick exploded in his hand. And now Sinclair with the puck behind the net. Sinclair. It's Hoyt, the next one out. That shot from Sinclair just missed over the shoulder blocker side. Hoyt for McLeod. McLeod in the corner. McLeod still with it, overskated it. Now back for Anderson. Dying seconds of this overtime period, Hoyt. Back up top, McLeod. Hoyt walking in, won't shoot. And now McLeod can't shoot. Back for Hoyt, and that'll do it for overtime. So 4-4 is the score. And a close chance, number of opportunities on the power play, but ultimately Nova Scotia just opting not to shoot late. And that Liver shot, which just provided a $400 pair of potato markers in the garden now. We will have a shootout. At least it appears. Drew Murphy is in the penalty box. Now whether he can shoot or not, there's 37 seconds left on his penalty. We'll see the goalies go back to their cages. We will have the breakaway relay. Liver will shoot first for Nova Scotia. Hit 3 goals off his stick in regulation. Nova Scotia never led in this game, but they came back from 2-goal deficits twice. The officials just clearing up everything in terms of how this is going to roll. It'll be Liver to shoot first. For Team Nova Scotia. They're sure giving him a long time to think about it. Now we're ready to roll. Nova Scotia leads at 1-0. First PEI shooter, Ryan Doyle. Goal in 3 games for Charlottetown. 36 tucks last year with the Eastern Express as the captain. What does he have in store? All tied. Nova Scotia needs a shooter. Fenwick McLean will hop over the boards. 53 goals last season. Puck hopped on him, and he ran out of real estate for the Dartmouth Steel Subaru forward. Thomas McPhee from the Notre Dame Hounds. Under the bar. PEI leads the shootout 2-1. And the game is on River Welsh's stick for now. It goes in off the post. Appeared to go in, flail out, and come back in across the line. Harrison Hutt scored in this game for the Western Rebels. Jack Bell with the pad save. So now we move to the extra rounds. Duncan Anderson of the South Kent School will get his chance. McPherson stands tall. Now we'll free up Max McKenzie. From the Charlottetown Knights, he also scored in this game. Pad save. To the 5th round we go. Tanner Hayden from the Weeks Majors, Warewell Bombers last season, 29 goals. And he fires it. Glove side. And now the game's on Jake Kelly's stick. He had a goal in the third period. Jack Bell stops it. And Nova Scotia with a shootout victory. Tanner Hayden with a game winner in the 5th round. Nova Scotia takes it 5-4. In a game that had back and forth and leads overcome by Nova Scotia. PEI had a lead 2-0. They led 4-2. But it's Nova Scotia with the shootout victory 5-4 here in the nightcap. But day 1, game 2, is a final here at the Uniplex in Dieppe. Mike Sanderson here on AO Live. Thank you for joining us tonight as Nova Scotia gets the win. 4 games tomorrow. Nova Scotia early and quickly takes on New Brunswick, 9:15. Followed by Newfoundland playing PEI at 11:45. Nova Scotia comes right back, takes on Newfoundland at 5:45, and then PEI and New Brunswick in the nightcap at 8:15. Placement games on Sunday. We'll have all of that action on AO Live. You've been watching the QMJHL Cup, the Atlantic leg, here in Dieppe, New Brunswick. Now time for the players of the game.
Please welcome Pierre Cholet for the presenting players of the game presentation. Pour l'île de Prince-Edouard for PEI, numéro 29, number 929, Jace McPherson.
So for Prince Edward Island, the goaltender Jace McPherson is the player of the game, and understandably so, as he bared down an onslaught of Nova Scotia shooters at times. And not a surprise there for Nova Scotia. Evan Liver with a hat trick in this one is the player of the game for Team Nova Scotia. With that, the nightcap is over. Day 1 has concluded. New Brunswick defeating Newfoundland 8-1. Nova Scotia beating PEI in a shootout 5-4. We'll be back bright and early tomorrow morning, a 9:15 puck drop. New Brunswick and Nova Scotia will do battle, the first of 4 games on your Saturday. So be sure to check it out. All that action's on AO Live here for the QMJHL Cup 2025, the Atlantic portion. Be sure to check it out on AO Live. I'm Mike Sanderson signing off. Have a great night. Again, that final, Nova Scotia winning in a shootout 5-4 against Team Prince Edward Island. Have a great night.